Programming for Kids, Kodu Game Lab. Learn basics with quick game Castle Buster. Welcome to Kodu Game Lab, a very fun oriented program for the kids to learn computer programming, to learn stepwise thinking by making simple games in a very exciting 3D oriented world. It's a 3D world where various objects, various bots are there, and kids can join them together, bring them together with little logic to create simple games. And in the process of that, they learn how to think stepwise, how to solve the problem, how to get over to the obstacles, what kind of logic works behind making a game. And this way they develop their logical thinking unknowingly, just by while making the game and testing it and playing it. They unknowingly developed their knack for logical approach, logical thinking. And this logical thinking enables them, that will enable them in higher classes to take over computer science and computer programming topics. So let us quickly see how Kodu Game Lab works. What is its interface? So when you open Kodu for the first time, this looks like this. This is the sign in pop-up that comes up. You can mention any name over here. I'm just keeping it as guest. So this is just to identify you as a user. So here I click on OK. This gets me to the main menu where I can create a new world. I can load already existing worlds. I can connect with the Kodu community online. Various other options. I can access help here, and I can quit Kodu program. So let us go into creating a new world. In Kodu, the 3D environment is called world. So I click here, new world. What you see on the screen is the 3D environment. There is a mattress like structure. This is the base, this is the world. The air and ambience around, the sky and the ground. And most of the work is done by the help of left mouse click and right mouse click. So what we see here is the view of the camera. We are just behind the camera. At the bottom you see all the functionalities available through a toolbar, a very fancy toolbar. This glove like icon, this button, is actually the camera control button. So let us see how does it work. I bring the pointer over the ground and I left click. I'm left clicking, and with the left mouse button down I move the mouse. So this is how with left click you can orient the world like this. Now what does right click do here? It moves the camera angle you can adjust. Now I'm right clicking. With right click I move the mouse and see how the world is. This is slowly I'm tilting, it is giving me the aerial view, complete aerial view. I come a little parallel, this is the perspective view, and like this. So it's fairly simple. Left click, I can orient it like this. Right click, I can change the camera angle. Fairly simple. So with little practice you will have the control on this. Most of the work is done by the help of this object tool icon. Object tool helps me to add objects to my world and to program them in order to make my game functional. So let us quickly get to something interesting. Let us see how we can add new objects. So to add the new objects, I can click anywhere in the world on the ground. I click here, and what pops up is called a pie menu. It looks like a pie chart, so we call it pie menu, and it shows various categories of objects here. So from these objects slowly you will learn which objects are useful to you, which object is capable of what, and gradually when you catch hold of this, that you can easily understand which objects would be suitable for your game. For example, if I go to let me hunt it where I can find the jet. No, it's not here too. It's probably here. I don't find it here also. You see various objects are there. Here it is. So I find the jet here. It shows a little help. It tells you about what does jet mean here. I click on this and I get this jet over here. Did you notice? When I bring the mouse pointer over the object, a color bar comes over. So I can give my jet some different color, let's say orange, or let me make a pink jet. So my jet is pink colored. If I right click on this jet, I can change its size. I can rotate it into a particular direction. When the game starts, the jet will be in that direction. I can change the height of the jet, and I can write the program for the jet to decide how it should behave. So first of all, let me orient it, let me change its height. So when I click on change height, I can use arrow keys, left and right arrow keys to make it, to set its height like this. I keep it some height 4.97. I can decide its size in the similar fashion. I can make it larger or smaller. So I'm keeping it size 1 as it is. I can grab it with left click and I can place it anywhere I like. So it is just above the ground, and this is how various objects can be added. So now let us do a little programming. Let's add some behavior to our jet, which is pink colored. So I right click on this jet. Notice that I am still in object tool. In object tool, we will do all the editing of our game. So in object tool, I right click on this and I select program. This will open up the programming editor, and programming approach in Kodu is pretty simple. There are two branches, when and do. When denotes situation and do refers to the action to be taken in that situation. So when situation, do this. When situation, do that. This is the simple approach. For example, when space key is pressed, shoot the missile. So our jet is there. Jets have the tendency to shoot the missiles, of course. So let us see how do we do that. These plus signs you see here, they help us in adding programming tiles. So what I want is, I want on a space key press, my jet should shoot a missile. Every key press. So keys are found on keyboard. So I go into keyboard. Keyboard tile is here. Again I click the plus sign in front of this. Do I see any of the spacebar keys? No. So I go to miscellaneous. In miscellaneous, I see this space. I got it. So when on the keyboard space key is pressed, what the jet is, this program is being written for jet. So what the jet is supposed to do? Jet is supposed to shoot. Now these are the action options. Shoot. What it is supposed to shoot? Missile, of course. And what kind of missile? That missile would be simple missile going straight, or that missile would be smart missile, cruise missile, which will keep chasing the enemy until it hits it. So I'm for keeping the thing simple, I'm taking the level type of missile, a plain missile. So when the space bar is pressed, shoot missile. This is done for the jet. To come out of it, I can press escape. The program is automatically saved. Let us test whether it is working or not. To play your game for testing, there is this play game button. I click here and I press space bar. Yeah. So it's working fine. Let us make the angle of this world a little aerial view because jet is going to fly. So let's have an aerial view. I right click. I first of all come to the move camera screen and I right click on the ground and I slowly drag the mouse pointer and here it is. So this is how it works. Now this is the aerial view. So if I want my game to start with the aerial view like this, I have to make certain settings on for that. So here I am in object tool. I right click somewhere in the blank area on the ground and it will give me a menu. I will go for change world settings. So here what we will get is a ladder menu. See various options. I use arrow keys up and down to go through it. So here I am going to set my starting camera. How my game start will happen. So I click on this set camera. This set camera will give me this view. I can arrange the camera the way I like, and once I'm done I can press enter and this way it will be done. So this is done. I press escape to come back and now let us play the game. So this is how it is working. I press the space bar. Now did you notice it is taking a little delay in shooting the missiles? So let us come out of it pressing escape. I go to object tool. Here is my jet. I right click on it. Now I right click on the jet and go into its change settings. These are the settings for jet. So our missile was too slow. The reason was, let us find out. This is the missile. Missile reload time is 3. I make it minimum 0.5. Missile range is 50. I can increase it, say 75. It will go farther. Missile speed I can increase, let's say 10. So these settings can be done here. See how fast the missiles are being shot now. So I come back to here. How did you go there? You right click on the object, the jet here, change settings, the ladder menu, and we find the missile settings, and this is how it is done. How many missiles were firing at once rapidly? 4. I can get to 10 maximum here. So this is how I can make changes in the settings for a particular object. So this is to make the missile, make the jet shoot the missiles. Let's control the jet now. Let us do some flying. I go to program, the second line. Of course, flying can be done with arrow keys. So I right click here. I go to keyboard. I click on the plus sign. Arrows are simply here. So on press of arrows, I will simply move the jet. So where do I find the move action here? And I move the jet, of course, quickly. That's it. So let me check if I'm able to fly it. Yeah. Oh wow. So this is how my jet is now flying. Wonderful. Now see what I am doing here. I right click on the jet, I come back to the object tool, right click on the jet program. Watch carefully what I am doing. I am going for keyboard, I am going for miscellaneous, I am going for more because here I don't see those keys. I am going for left hand side shift key, left shift, and for left shift I make the jet move up, so my jet will take height. Bringing down the jet will be from the keyboard. I go for miscellaneous, more, left control. Left control key will bring the jet down, will move the jet in which direction? Down. So now if I use shift key and up arrow key, my jet will take off, and with control key and up arrow key it will land. So let us check this out. How does it work? We press escape here and I play here, and I press shift and up arrow key and my jet has taken off. I turn it back. Did you see that ground? I will press control key and arrow key, it will come down landing. I miss the land, I turn down. So this is how it works. So pressing control key will bring it down up to some height, and this is takeoff into the sky, and this is coming down. Yeah, like this. So did you see how exciting it is? And shooting the missiles along with. Well, now let us add some more excitement to this game which is in building. By the end of the session you will have the complete game in your hands. So let us add, I am with object tool. Let us click here. I am quickly adding one castle. Here it is, and this castle I am putting in the middle of it like this. Right clicking, changing the size of the castle. Here it is 0.5 or a little bit. Then I right click my jet, I make it a bit smaller, 0.5, and I again go to this spy menu and I look for quickly the cannon. Where do I have it? Cannon is here. So the castle's height is 0.0. Okay. So I come to move camera and I adjust, right click and I adjust like this, just to have a pretty well idea of the orientation of the objects. Here is the castle and this is the cannon. I come back to the object tool and I change the height of the cannon. Actually I have to put it at the top of the castle. I think that will do. Yeah, cannon is placed. I make the cannon a little bit smaller. That's it. 0.4. Now this cannon, I rotate it, right click, and I rotate it towards the jet. Well, this is done. And a little bit programming for cannon. Cannon is the enemy of the jet. So for cannon program, I'm not doing anything in when, or maybe I can say always. If I get some logic, if I get something here, always is there. Yeah, always. That means every time the cannon will, or not always. So here I click in when, I write here when see. When the cannon sees, what does it see? Of course, the jet. When the cannon sees the jet, it will shoot a missile towards the jet. So as soon as it sees, it will shoot the missile. So missile will keep shooting as the jet flies, because cannon will keep looking at, will keep seeing the jet. So this will keep happening. So let me do some setting for missile also. I right click and change settings for missile, and I get down to the missile settings, and here I make missile reload time a little higher, missile range a little lower, and missile speed a little lesser, so that my jet is able to respond to the missiles at least. So let us test this out. Let us play the game. So as you see, for a jet for flying, this ground is too small. So what we need to do is, using a scroll wheel zoom, I can go for zooming out of this ground. Now let us see how to create more ground, how to add more ground to our game. For this, you have to go to this button, ground brush, that is. You can paint or add more grounds. There are various types of grounds also, see. So many types are there. So I'm keeping it this one only, and I get this square blinking here. I can increase its size by using left and right arrow keys, and using this I can click and add more ground, you see. So with this process I can add more ground in my world. So this is done, and then I click on object tool. So this is fairly simple. So as you can see, there is a plenty of ground now. I come to the move camera tool, and I zoom down to my jet here. I come to the object tool, and I can adjust my jet farther to keep it safer. I come here to move camera, and I drag it like this, and coming back to object tool, I place my jet over here. So pretty safe distance from the cannon. So what is the purpose of the jet here? The purpose of the jet here is to blow up the castles which are around this main castle. This main castle should not be blown up. So if this main castle should not be blown up, it has to be saved from the missiles of the jet. So I'm right clicking on the castle here. I'm going to castle settings and I make this castle indestructible, that is invulnerable. I click here, this is green, that means this option is on. Invulnerable means no missile will destroy the castle. The same thing I can do for the cannon also. Invulnerable for cannon also. Then I add more castles here which the jet should destroy. Let us place it here somewhere. And then I can make its copies. If I right click on it and I click on copy, I click where I want this castle to be pasted. Press escape here, I press Control V. So right now we have two castles, let's say, and the objective of the jet is to keep itself safe from the missiles shot by the cannon and then destroy these two castles. Let us try this out. Did you notice something here? The jet is shooting the missiles forward. How will it be able to bombard the castles? So we have to do some setting for jet also. So I go to the programming part of the jet where it is shooting the missile. It is shooting the missile here. I click here and I go for direction. In direction I make it down. So shoot missile down would work now. It would be like bombardment, dropping the bomb actually instead of shooting a missile. So let's check this out. You might have noticed I can bring my jet very higher up in the sky and I can come out of the range of the missiles to keep myself safe. So this should not be done. This is not fair actually. We should give the equal fight. So the range of the missiles is very less for the cannon. So what we do is we go to the object tool and for cannon I increase the range of the missile. Missile range is just 30. I think 50 would be better. Or we can change it accordingly while testing the game. So this way now the missiles will be shot pretty farther. It will be difficult for the jet to get rid of the missile for a longer distance. So this is how it is working. The jet has two castles to bombard. Cannon is shooting the missiles. Now to make the game complicated, what you can do, you can add several castles, certain castles very nearby to the cannon, maybe in a circle. So that would be difficult for the jet to reach out and bombard them. Then there can be more than one cannon, maybe two on the castle and four cannons on each corner of the world. So now it would be difficult for the jet to get rid of, to save itself, keep safe from six missiles which are coming towards it. So these things can make the game complicated. So if you add all these things, how would the game look like? Let's have a look. So here you can see it's two cannons on the castle and you can see so many castles are around. Let me give you a view of the setup. See, do you notice four cannons, one on each corner? I show you the complete game setup. Two are here, two are here. Where is the jet? Jet is here, and all these castles are the target for the jet. And if I play this game, how does it look like? Wow, game over. Let me try again. I have come pretty higher to be safer, and I'm well, this needs a lot of practice to play, but this is how this game is working, and you have just got your game ready in the first session of itself. So this is the very basic of Kodu which you have learned today, and as we move further, we will discover more features of Kodu. So develop this game, develop your logic, and surprise your friends.